Hi everyone, welcome. I'm going to put some stickers in my sticker book. I'll see how far I get. I think I might put these in my seasonal one, like with Christmas and stuff in. So let's just do these ones and see how far we get. Yeah, I'll try and put them here. See if they fit. Oh, I like that. Snow globe. We've even got moon. Oh, even that tinsy little star is a sticker. How cute. Teeny little star. And these. Maybe I'll try and get all the little ones because they're going to be annoying. I mean, they're really good to fill spaces with. But they're kind of a pain to get on here though. These kids, I tell you. It's like, I don't know, am I the only one? Or do your kids yell at you through the house? Like, Mom. It's like, can't you walk to me and speak to me? Like, why do you have to yell through the house? It's like, don't you have legs? Can you not, like, walk to me and talk? Why do you have to yell? But, I don't know. And the girls just did it then to each other. Just yelling out. When their bedrooms are literally right beside each other. But they had to yell. I don't know. Is it just me? These are so tiny. Oh my goodness. What's been happening? I don't know. Think. I'm waiting for a text message or an email this morning. I wish they had have messaged earlier. And I wish that I was like one of the earlier delivery destinations, because the last time I got my meat delivered, it was very late it was about 8 o'clock at night. And I don't know, I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person. And I don't know. I did not like the fact that I had to be mucking around with boxes of meat that late at night, trying to get them in my freezer. And yeah, because they send a message and they say your delivery day is Friday. I'm like, yay, good. Now I can possibly work out like a meal plan, because what I want to do is, with some of the meat when I first get it, is cook it or prepare it, mix it up, whatever, and freeze it. So it's just beef. I bought half a cow. And I want to be able to do stuff with it, you know. But I haven't got my tracking thing yet. So I'm guessing I'm going to be like last on the list again, like I was last time. And it's going to be late again. I saw their little thing on Instagram. They'll do a little reel and they put like the orders for the weekend. And I saw my order on there. But where are you? I want my meat. I wanted to have like a cooking day today where I can, I don't know, just prep some stuff. And I was all set for it too. Like I I prepared myself for it. Having a day in the kitchen, because it's getting hot here and you just don't want to be in the kitchen with the oven on and things like that later in the day, you know. So I really like to have, if I'm doing any meal prep, I like to do it in the morning, first thing in the morning. That's my time. I function better first thing in the morning. I don't function so well in the heat of the day or at night. Especially in winter, like it's not winter now obviously, but in the winter, as soon as it starts getting dark, I'm ready for bed. It's like there's nothing wrong with my circadian rhythm. As soon as that sun's up, I'm awake, or even before it comes up, I'm awake. And as soon as the sun goes down, I'm asleep, like I want to be asleep. And it's so late. No, rephrase that. It is so early when the sun goes down here in winter. It's like 4:30 or something. I don't know. It's like super, super early. And like we've just gotten through our winter. So it's getting better. Like our days are getting longer, which I love. So it's daylight here at like 4:30 in the morning, and I love it. I'm here for it. Bring it on. And yeah, I just wanted my meat so I can prep stuff, but oh well, what can you do? I just have to reset my day, I guess. So I'm doing some videos, and the dogs are going crazy. I've had to tie them up because there's people walking around on the road. Like a girl walked past earlier. Like, I don't think our dogs would bite, but they do follow and bark, so that can be scary just in itself, you know. There's so many dog attacks and things that you hear about, so, you know, people get scared of dogs when they're barking and stuff. And I live right on the road, so my front gate is like right there. So the dogs do go out. It's not a closed-in fence, it's just like a wire fence, and they can get out. So I've just tied them up out there for now until, and also I thought like the meat would come, so the dogs would be out of the way, because it's usually a big fridge truck that comes in. So I thought, you know, I would prepare and get the doggos sorted, so I don't have to worry about it later, type thing, you know. And I don't know when it's coming. It's not a big deal, I guess. I know it's coming sometime. It'll get to me eventually. If I don't get to play with it today, I will play with it tomorrow. I will just have to, I don't know, put it in the freezer, I guess, and get it out tomorrow. This sheet is so pretty, and it's taking me forever because of all those little bits. So I do apologise, it's taking so long to get this done, but it's barely one sheet done. But it's okay. Hope you are all having a great day. It's a beautiful morning here. It's going to get really hot. They did say it's going to get hot and there's going to be dry storms again. So more fire hazards possibly with lightning strikes. And yeah, so not looking forward to that. And they did say like gusty winds as well, damaging winds. So I love storms, I do, but it's the wind that I don't like. I've been in storms where I've never been in a cyclone. I think I would probably have a heart attack because I don't like the sound of the wind going through the, you know, that eerie, weird, eerie, I don't know how to explain it, that eerie sound when the wind is going through like your windows and things, and it makes that really eerie sound. I don't like that. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't been through a cyclone, but we do sometimes, very rarely, but we do sometimes get storms here that, like, it's really windy and scary. And we went through one a couple of years ago. My kids were on the bus, so I was so scared for them because I didn't know where they were, if they're okay or not, because they have to drive on dirt roads. And in a storm, there's a lot of trees, you know, on the side of the road, and you know, and if it's windy and whatever. So it freaked me out. And not only that, I was here alone. I was home alone. I had no kiddies with me. They probably would have, like, you know, when you're a mum, you have to be brave, right? Like, you have to be the adult and you have to calm the kids down, you know? So that kind of, in a way, calms me down because I have to put on a brave face. And that one day, it was so strong. The wind was so strong. It was lifting up my floor. I just have lino floors. I prefer lino, or I have wood floors, but in like the hallway and bathroom and stuff, I have lino. Now, it's old. My house is old. I put the lino in myself, so it's not professionally done at all. I do have to get it replaced at some point because it's just worn out. But anyway, this was years ago. And it lifted my lino up, which, you know, the wind gets under the house and there's cracks in the floors. And yeah, of course, so it's going to do it, which is fine. You just walk over it and it goes back down. But the thing that got me, I had no fascia board on the outside of the lounge room because there was no guttering up there. There was no fascia board. So whenever it stormed from that way, and if it was really windy, it would flood my lounge room and kitchen. Oh, that's not a sticker either. Dang it. So yeah, if the wind would go through that, like under the roof, essentially, it would come through under the roof. And so in that one storm, like, it was flooded. I had to move the couch away from the wall, and it sucked out one of my windows. It was that strong, the wind. It didn't blow the window in, it sucked the glass out. And we had a pool at the time, just an above ground pool. It was quite a big pool. And when the storm was finished, I had a look because I wanted to see where the glass went from my window. So I went downstairs, and sure enough, the glass wasn't where the window is. The glass was actually down the other end of the house. So it had sucked it out. So say this is the wall of my kitchen, sucked this window out, and it landed way over the other end of the house. And that's how strong it was. And the pool, when I looked at the pool, you could see so there was a lot of dirt in the middle of the pool. And it had swirled, the wind had swirled, and there was like a circle of dirt in the middle of the pool. And that's how, like, yeah, the wind had swirled. It had been swirling, and, you know, there was leaves and branches and stuff everywhere as well. But yeah, that was scary. So I don't like windy storms. I like the lightning and the thunder, and, you know, I'm not scared of the thunder. I told my kids when they were little, because they were always scared of the thunder, and I said, it's not the thunder you should be scared of. If you can hear the thunder and you're still okay, then you know it's okay. Because it's not the thunder, it's the lightning. And if you haven't been struck by lightning and you're okay, then it's fine. Because the thunder's just the noise. So I'm okay with that. The dogs, on the other hand, they're scared of the thunder, of course. And they bark at it. So they're very vocal in a storm. And if they're in the house, that gets very loud. So sometimes it's not the greatest experience for the animals either. I don't know if they're scared of the storm per se, but they just bark at the rumbling. So I don't know if they're actually scared of it or not. Because they don't just cower in the corner, like they literally just bark the whole time. So I don't know. These little cherries. And the big fat froggies. I hope you can see. I've got it centered. I don't mind if they overlap just the tinsiest little bit, but I try not to do that. Yes, Rooster, we hear you. And the stickers are such little fatties. You have trouble getting them in there. So that was a long rambling story about there possibly storms coming today. Me and the kids actually used to lay on my bed because we've got the window, a north-facing window in the bedroom, and we'd lay on my bed and just watch the lightning. Like we'd have the lights out and just watch the lightning. It was so pretty. Sometimes we go out on the veranda and watch it. Depends if it's raining or not. If it's not raining, we can go out on the veranda, on the back veranda, because there's no roof out there. There is on the front veranda, but not on the back. It's more like a patio, I suppose, on the back veranda, without the roof. I've got so much renovations to do on my house, but it's like one thing at a time, because there's also the boys' house as well, which was actually my very first house. And there's a few things we have to do in there as well. They want a new kitchen. They've just done their bathroom, like they did it themselves. I gave them money for the shower, to pay for the shower thing, base. And they pretty much did it all themselves. They put it all in themselves, and yeah, it was good. And now we just have to probably work on the kitchen a little bit. But one of my boys is going to be away for work. He's going to be working away, and he'll come back on his weeks off. He'll be 2 on, 2 off. So, yeah. It's exciting for him. Scary for me. I don't want to be that mum that holds the kids back, you know. I'm not, well, I probably do a little bit, honestly. But with, I don't know, it's their life and they're adults now, so I can't hold them back, and I want them to have different experiences, and, you know, and my insecurities or my fear of them being hurt or lost or, you know, whatever. Just life is crazy, you know, and there's so much bad stuff in the world. You just want to protect them forever. But, you know, you can't. You can't wrap them up in cotton wool. You can't protect them all the time. So I don't want to do that. But on the other hand, secretly, when I'm alone, I worry. I do it quietly. I don't do it around him so much. I'm happy for him when I'm around him. But when I'm alone, I worry. I pray. And yeah. And when it comes close to time, I'll probably cry, but I mean, he's only going 2 hours away. It's not like he's leaving the country. So it's not that bad. It's not like I can't go and see him whenever I want to. And he's only going to be gone 2 weeks at a time. He'll go for 2 weeks and then come back for 2 weeks. But he also has to do TAFE as well, I think, in that 2 weeks off. I think he has to do TAFE work stuff as well. So he'll still be a little bit busy, but yeah, but I don't think on his weeks off, I don't think he'll want to do anything on the house. But it would be nice for them to get a new kitchen. I mean, we could do that ourselves too. We could put the kitchen in. There was a couple of second-hand ones, you know, when people upgrade and get rid of their old kitchens. There's been a few on like Facebook Marketplace and things that I looked at, but the trouble with that is I don't know if it's going to fit, and I don't know, because their kitchen isn't the largest room or anything, but they don't use their lounge room either, because it's just the two of them there, and they basically use their bedroom. If they're not in the kitchen, they're in their bedroom. So they don't even use their lounge room. I did have their lounge room all set up with a TV and TV cupboard. I gave them my TV cupboard. And they had the TV and they had a lounge and stuff. But then when they got the piano, they got like a really old piano from the church in town. They were giving it, I think they were giving it away. No, I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, the boys got it. And so they got rid of the lounge because there wasn't enough room to have the lounge and the piano. So, and no, they don't play piano. They just wanted it. They sit there sometimes, and my daughter does too. When she goes up, she'll sit there and have a bit of a play on it. You know, they've YouTube videos and things now to teach you to play a song. Well, that's what they do. Otherwise, they're in their bedrooms, so... Oh, what did I do? That's not going to stick. Is it? Yeah, so I don't know. It'd be nice to get them a kitchen, because we could potentially extend it into the lounge room a little bit if it didn't fit. I think that's all of them on there. I hope you are still with me. I know it's taking forever. I do apologise. It's a lengthy process. We're on to the pies and the bakery stuff. What's that? Is that a sweet potato? I don't know. Is that lemons? An apple? Maybe? Apple pieces? Or maybe it's meant to be a pear. I don't know. Don't know what these are. I do like fruit, but as a single mum, I used to buy fruit and not eat it because I was saving it for the kids, you know, for their school lunch boxes and stuff. And when you don't have a whole lot of money, you prioritise. And when I bought fruit or, you know, things like that, it used to be for the kids' lunch boxes. So I never used to really eat it. And then if the kids weren't eating them quick enough, you know, and they start going bad, then that's when I'll use them to make pancakes or cake, or, you know, banana cake, banana bread. I'd cut up the apples and make apple and cinnamon pancakes. things like that. Or apple crumble and custard, things like that. But I never really used to eat the fruit as fruit. I would save it for the kiddos. So I'm not really that big on fruit. Not really. I just, yeah, I don't know. Just don't eat it that much. Alright, this is the last sticker sheet for this, and then I will go into my seasonal and put the Halloween stuff in there. It's like my kids still laugh at me because when they were little, I used to, you know, when you go to town, and as soon as you go to town, the kids are hungry and they're thirsty, like, even though they've just had breakfast or whatever. But I don't know, something about going to town that they're automatically hungry straight away or thirsty, like they need to have a drink. And so if I bought them a drink, I wouldn't get myself one because, well, for one, I had twins straight up, so I had double everything. So it was, yeah, it was kind of tough. Like I wasn't destitute or anything, but it was tough when you got to buy two of everything at once, you know. And so then we'd go to town, and if the boys would say they were thirsty or whatever, so I'd buy a drink, but I wouldn't buy myself one because it costs too much. Like, and I despise spending money on a bottle of water when I can go home and have one, you know. I can go home and have a drink, and it costs me nothing. So I used to hate having to buy a bottle of water. And the boys never liked soft drink. They weren't soft drink drinkers. They hated it. They actually used to spit soft drink out and say it was hot because of the bubbles, which I loved that because, yeah, it meant that they were a lot healthier by not having it. So it didn't worry me at all. Anyway, so I would, when I bought them a drink, not necessarily water, but sometimes, and I'd have the first mouthful out of their drinks, and they'd say, "Hey, Mum, that's mine," and I'd be like, "I'm just checking to make sure it's not rotten." And that was how I got my drink. I'd have just a mouthful out of each drink, and I would tell them I had to have the first mouthful to make sure it wasn't rotten. And they believed me until now. And then I remember when, like, the younger ones come along, and the boys, of course, were older by then and kind of knew better, but they would still laugh at me because, well, I guess they were laughing at their sister and brother because they were younger, and they actually used to give me the drink to check it. They'd be like, "Mum, check my drink." It was so sweet. But now, I mean, they still let me have a mouthful out of their drink, but they know it's not because I'm checking it. Well, now I'll just buy my own. The older ones don't let me drink out of it, of course. My daughter does. My son does. The younger one does too, if I ask. But the older boys don't. If they gave me a mouthful out of their drink, they wouldn't drink it after that. They'd say, "You can have it." Because they're older now, you know. I don't know what the dog's barking at. I was hoping all this nonsense outside would be finished and I could let them off the chain, but it doesn't sound like it. Alright, so these ones are all Halloweeny, so I'll put them in this one. So this is all birthday. This is the Halloween stuff. Yes, good. I've got some pages left. I wonder, no. See how much I can get in here. These cute ghosties. These paper ones probably aren't going to stay put easily. I'm just trying to see which ones of these stars are cut and which ones aren't. It's only the clusters. Like this one's cut. And this one. That's that one done. Let's see what other ones. That one, that one, that one. Put all the papery ones over here together so I can squeeze it shut. Have you had any weird, not necessarily weird, I guess, but little quirky things that you do with your kids, or that you remember your parents did with yous, or even a partner, I suppose, like me with the drinks. Like, did your parents do anything like that with you? I remember, if ever Mum was having a lolly or something, I would want what she's having. I would actually want the lolly, so she would give it to me out of her mouth. And I was only little, so I did it. I used to eat it. I didn't know any better. And then poor Mum would go without because I wanted her lolly. So mean of me. And I remember at work, I used to work in a packing shed for citrus fruit. We were packing citrus fruit, mandarins and oranges. And there was one guy, he, I don't know what I was eating. I think I had a lolly. And he said, "What are you eating?" And I said, "A lolly." He goes, I want what you're having," or something he said. Whatever he said. However he said it. He pretty much said he wanted what I had. So I said, "Well, hold out your hand." And he held out his hand, and I spat my lolly in his hand. And he's like, "Oh, yuck, that's disgusting." I'm like, "You said you wanted what I had." That was the only one I had, so I was just sharing. But yeah, he was disgusted because I actually spat it in his hand. I'm like, well, next time be more specific. None of these little bats are cut. That's unfortunate. These are so cute. Can you see? I'm sorry to keep moving it. I love anything purple though, and I think that's why I like Halloween as a holiday, because, well, I like witchy things. I just like the whole concept of witches and the moon and things, you know. Not dark witches or, you know, I don't even know if voodoo and stuff is like witchy. I have no idea, but I don't like the mean stuff, you know, but the fun stuff. And my favourite movie of all time is Practical Magic. I love that movie so much. It's my favourite movie ever. And now that they're making Practical Magic 2, I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait. But they're only just making it, so it's going to be a while. But that will be so much fun. The girls have grown up. Oh, come on, Ghosty, you can do it. There you go. And another reason why I like Halloween is the colours. Not like the oranges and stuff, but the purpley, pink, black. Yeah, I like the purpley, bluey, pink vibes. Not the orangey stuff, but I don't mind the orange with the purple. But it's got to have purple. But no other holiday uses purple for their colour scheme. Like Christmas is boring, red and green. Like that's boring to me. And Christmas actually is not one of my favourite holidays. Kind of used to be. I used to really enjoy Christmas, but some things in my life, you know, circumstances, events, things happen, and it just spoils it for me. So I've had a few things happen around Christmas time that I just don't like Christmas so much anymore. We'll have like a lunch. We'll all get together with my mum. I've never spent a Christmas with my in-laws. We've never done that. My kids have never been with the in-laws for Christmas. And that's purely circumstance. Distance is what prevents that, mostly. But we never did that. But we always have Christmas with my family. Me and the kids, my mum. One of my sisters usually is always here because when she lost her husband, my brother-in-law passed away, and ever since then, and she used to work too on Christmas. She's retired now, but she used to work Christmas Eve, so she would come out here to Mum's and have lunch with us. So we don't really have a dinner, we have a lunch. And we just sit around and talk for hours. We used to have a pool that the kids used to get in, but I don't know, this year I might actually get a little pool. Just a little one. I don't want a big one, again, because they're just too much work. I don't like cleaning the pools. I don't mind cleaning the bottom of the pool, but I don't like the chemicals and the, you know, you've got to work out how much chemical to use. It's just, forget it. And I live in a small town. There's no way, you know, there's no one out this way that would clean your pool. They probably do. They probably come in from somewhere else, but that would cost a lot of money too to get them here. And I don't know if there's anyone locally that would just randomly clean your pool for you. I don't know. Never really asked anyone. I found out. Just always did it myself, but it was tough. But my daughter wants a pool again. And it was so good having the pool, actually, because the kids would, because we had it out the back and it's right where the kitchen is. So I'd be in the kitchen cooking dinner or whatever, or even, you know, watching a movie or something. But the kids would be down there like till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night in the pool still. And I'd be like, come on, guys, you've got to come out of there. You got blue lips and you're all shriveled. But they used to have hours and hours of fun in the pool in the summer. But the trouble is with our summers too, they get so hot that the pools just, they get algae so quick if you don't stay on top of it. And the last time we had a pool, it was that bad that, because the bigger pools, they come with those sand filters, and I can't for the life of me work those properly. They just don't work properly. The original, like the very first 1 or 2 pools that we had, used to have just the filter pump, and they were pretty good. But then it could have been the water too, or the, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but they always seem to be a lot dirtier than, like the last couple of pools we had, always dirtier. Could have been because they were bigger, had more water in them, I'm not sure. But anyway, I like the pool for the fact that the kids loved being in it, and it kept them busy for hours. But yeah, I don't know. This video is going to be so long, it's probably going to cut my phone is probably going to cut it off, which would not surprise me at all. Oh, they're so pretty. Don't know how many of these I'm going to get on this page. I think these ones deserve a page all on their own. They're super cute. So cute. Come on, you can do it, little ghosty. Oh, she looks scared. Why are you scared, ghosty? Try and get these little ones in here. Geez, I must have been talking a lot because my mouth is very dry. I do have a coffee sitting right beside me. There goes my boy. Going to town on his motorbike. I don't even know if he messaged me back. There's a parcel in town that... Oh, I can't put them there because that's Christmas. I've run out of room. Oh no. You know what? I should be using these in... I will keep these because there's still quite a few to put in. But you know what? It's still October, so I have plenty of opportunity to use these. But that's what I've done so far. And that is my Advent, my spooky Advent from Sticky, and also my Moonbow or Post-ix sub. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sorry this video was so long. It's probably boring. I do apologise. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.